Hi, let us understand about Jsp Directives. Jsp Directives gives direction to the server on how a particular JSP should be handled or processed. The directives will have the following syntax, that is less than, percentage, at, and the name of the directive and what are all the attributes or the values that needs to be passed to that particular directive. The attributes and the value will be passed as a key value pair. That is name equal to and the value corresponding to it. Jsp directives can be of three major types, that is page directive, include directive and taglib directive. Page directives define how that particular page should be handled in terms of error, content type, language, info, buffer, etc. Include directive that will handle on how a particular JSP can include another JSP within it, and the JSP will be included at the translation time. The same way how we have the include directive, we do have include actions as well. After seeing the example, we will see the difference between these two. Then one another directive that we are going to use is taglib directive that will be used to create custom tag libraries and use it within the JSP. For understanding purpose, let us have more detailed understanding on page directive. Page directive will have the syntax less than, percentage, at, page, and then the name of the attribute with the value corresponding to it. Page directive can have the following attributes, that is language, to control what are all the language in the JSP is going to use. At present only Java is possible. Extends that will define how the generated servlet for the JSP should extend and what class it should extend. Import that will give instructions on what are all the classes needs to be included within that specific servlet. Content type that will define what are all the different type of content type that can be used within the JSP. There are lots of content type that can be used. These are all some of the examples of what should be the content of the output getting generated using that specific JSP. Info, it will provide a description about the servlet and that can be accessed using the method getServletInfo. So let us see a small example using these page directives. The remaining page directive attributes, we will be seeing it in the next session. Let me go ahead and create a sample JSP, new JSP. Let me name it as page directive.jsp. So when the template is selected, by default it is providing the page directive, language as Java, content type as text/HTML, that is the default content type, and the char set. The page encoding that defines what type of encoding I will be having it. Let me go ahead and add a import page directive. I'm going to import the date class from Java util package and I am providing info about this particular JSP. So I am providing a text should get this on getServletInfo method. Let me go ahead and use this specific method. Before that, let me go ahead and add the title, and within body I'm going to provide the method getServletInfo. Let me go ahead and add the content to it. So I do have a servlet expression to print the current date, as well as I am using the method getServletInfo. The output of it will get printed over here using this expression. Let me go ahead and execute this specific JSP, run on server. So I do have the current date as well as the text that we provided as a part of the info on providing the expression getServletInfo. So this is a quick introduction on page directive and some of the samples on attributes we have seen, like language, content type, page encoding, import, and info.